creating a beach house that speaks nothing less than the fantasy. Welcome to the show that delivers magical elements in the spaces we live, work and play. This week, we're in Malindi, where we get to explore Swahili architecture done by one man who walked into Kenya. The year was 1969, and in 1985 designed the White Elephant. What I can tell you about this place is one thing: it's a treasure trove. Welcome as I take you into the journey of one man's perception of art and design. Imagine living in your own beach resort with a gallery of art pieces, a cultural center, an auditorium, a restaurant, and a whole beach to yourself. This is a story of one man who has completely shaped the face of Malindi's tourism industry. Mr. Armando Tanzini, welcome to the Ideal Space.
Karibu sana hapa.
Asante. And how did this place come about?
Very strange situation. Somebody forced me to do this because when I participate for the regulation plan of Malindi, I changed this area and I put this area commercial because the beach here was too beautiful and it was good to have a guest from overseas and from Nairobi, why not? But this beach was occupied from private villa, all British houses here. Now, when I make the regulation plan, they fight with me. They don't want that can be approved. Also, if the land value for them was 3 times more, but they don't accept. But I won the case, and I said, the first hotel that I will put there, I will call White Elephant. You know why? Because White Elephant was my regulation plan. They said never Tanzini can win because he's a white elephant, never can win. But for me, White Elephant, I was in India long time, and I know that was Ganesh. I know that was the godness of impossible things.
The White Elephant is a successful mix between art and nature, complemented by the modern comforts. A walk into the property that sits on a 4-acre piece of land, and we now discover the real personality inside the man behind this property, Armando Tanzini.
This is an African elephant dressed with the Yemen belt.
How many of these belts?
470.
400.
This is our magic number, 47. Final. 470 bells. I don't know if in Yemen they still have, because we collect everything.
This?
Yes. And this is Greek Apollo, the beginning of art. And I like it to put the teaser in metal from a broken tank of water. At least we have it. Everything is...
What kind of architecture?
This?
Yes.
This column and the capital is Romanic.
Like this one?
Yes, Romanic. Very simple structure, but nice to see. I made also this column very tall, very I put also in the casino of Briatore. He liked it, he wanted the same.
The White Elephant is not just a collection of brick and mortar put together. According to Armando, who is now in his 70s, believes this space can be a home for the art lovers and architects interested in designing spaces that speaks nothing less than the arts.
My dream is coming true because at least I think, okay, let's go to change also the system of hotel. Let's go to give a culture. Don't give only sun and beach and this. And I make gallery of art. I improve. This is Tanzania canoe. Beautiful, eh? Point.
Each room of the White Elephant Resort is characterized by original furniture which enliven every single corner of the property.
We have 2 pools, 1 jacuzzi, you can see, 1 quite nice beach. We are going to have a spa very shortly. Right now we have a lot of places that Armando thought out for meditation. We have 2 restaurants, 1 bar, 1 gallery, 1 exhibition, 1 auditorium which already has several very important music events because it's got a very good acoustic. And we are planning to build even more, but right now I'm not yet at liberty to say.
As a sculptor, painter and a theologian in his own way, Armando Tanzini strongly believes that the Made in Africa brand is ready to be exported.
The White Elephant is actually a gallery of sorts where all your art is in here. Was that the idea right from the beginning?
The beginning is to make 1 workshop of idea, 1 workshop of creativity. Creativity Center, White Elephant. In art we can. I believe that we can do a lot here. We can make Made in Africa, the best fashion, also for export, but I think Africa is ready to dress very well because they have a good taste. Africans, they born with a good taste. They have a class. And will be one day Made in Africa is like will be like Made in Italy, like Made in France, like Made in England, but not like Made in India, like Made in Taiwan, like Made in China. Made in Africa is already first class possibility.
He is not one of the many Italians that have nicely colonized Malindi. His spirit, as well as his art, which represent Africa, smells colors and his way of living and thinking. A lot of Armando Tanzini's architecture is very, very deliberate. I mean, for someone to create 4 art galleries in 1 space is totally out of this world. Follow me as I take you into one of his treasured galleries.
It was 1985 and Armando came here and he wanted this place to be, you know, given out to the general tourism and not just by the private owners of the villas on the beach. At the time here were all villas, there were no resorts at all. So he built this as his first resort, but also as a place for the soul, his ideal space, we could say. Since then, he's been working at it for 30 years now. As you can see, he's done a lot of job.
It's only recently that Armando Tanzini was voted as one of the greatest architects Africa has ever had by the governing association. Keep in mind, this is the same person who designed the Safari Park Hotel.
Like when I make Safari Park, I copy White Elephant. I made Safari Park in Nairobi. The project take the idea from this small hotel. They had more money than me. We made a better hotel there. And Nairobi is the capital. I hope that will be the capital of the United States of Africa.
His sculptures that are mostly savannas animals and most loving horses are made out of recycled material.
People who love art. We want here more people who love art and culture, because this is what this place is about. The maker of this place is an artist, and we want people, you know, not necessarily artists, but people who is sensible about art, who cares about art and design. That's the kind of customers we want from Kenya, from all over the world, to stay here, to make this place their home for a time, not just to feel it like a hotel where you come, but really.
Welcome to the trendy side of the ideal space, and this week we get to explore furniture that is intricately put together. Interestingly, this design, originally from Egypt, is actually developed right here in Malindi. Let's find out how. 99% of the furniture at the White Elephant is actually made by the people here.
This is beautiful original door.
The factory that has employed more than 15 workers, mainly from the villages around, prides itself in creating this timeless style of furniture, which goes a long way in making sure the legacy of Swahili furniture continues.
Here we tried the experimental furniture. This is for the White Elephant, for the key. I wanted something traditional with the legs that I show you of lion legs.
The training program that is a part of the White Furniture has helped many wood craftsmen over the years to develop the skills and ultimately start their own businesses, thus uplifting their living standards.
When the factory made this plywood, what remained in the machine, we use it for sofa set.
And it's the same sofa that...
Yes, this is that fish, like a snack in the sea. This is the photo of the skin put on the plotter with the canvas and reproduced as a table. Now is the art of nature.
A lot of the furniture designs is sourced from East Africa's coastal towns, Swahili Lamu style, and dates back to 2,000-year-old culture, rich in beauty and sophistication.
We have 8 contractors at the moment for Armando that have been working for him for many years, as well as artists and Armando himself to be making the designs.
Mr. Wachira is my best artist here. He was in Biennale in Venice, and I hope that it can be in many other exhibitions in the world to represent our country. He's a great talent.
So this is where everything happens?
Yes. Not here only, also in the school, but here is my point. But without Amissi or Wachira, can be very hard. Can be very hard to work.
How long have you had the workshop here?
42 years.
lot of the inspiration from Armando is Africa itself, her beauty. If you even see the way he views Africa, it's not the real shape of Africa, it's what he sees in her. And also there's a lot of, from the Italian culture, he has fused yet again with Swahili and India, so it's more of all the world, but also really nature itself, how trees are. If you see even the way the white elephant is, basically the white elephant's more of an art gallery to show all his pieces and how they join together. And even with little designs and styles, you could, you know, sometimes even see, even the movement is from the waves, from African culture, you know, the Giriama culture, they have beautiful patterns, and he has put that through, and, you know, that's even design itself, because he has taken something from our culture and put it into furniture that he can show the rest of the world as well. So it really is the motherland that is the inspiration from him.
The Swahili Lamu style of furniture making can be achieved in any part of the world, instilling a sense of simplicity, sensuality, and spirituality into any space.
White Elephant is the ideal space. This is not a boutique hotel or a normal hotel. This is a place, like, as soon as you come in here, it's a creative mind foundation. This is a place welcoming artists, people creative, not even artists meaning only in painting and sculpture, a writer, a singer, someone with an idea. Armando loves people with ideas, because that's what makes this place so beautiful. We have from galleries to sculpture rooms to workshops that all come together and actually make this place work. So this place really, if you want to explore your inner creativity, this is where you need to come to, because he fuses design and architecture together. From whenever you walk here, when you walk in, every place has a detail. Every corner you look, there's something that will catch your eye. I don't think you go to many hotels and see an elephant right on the beach made out of aluminium.
Karibu. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Hi. Hi.
I like.
Are you scared you?
I got a bit scared, like, wow. Wow.
Is it just the imagine of the lion, the spirit of the lion?
The spirit of the lion.
Yes, here is the spirit of elephant, horses, and...
Did you create this?
The nature. I think we found on the sea something like this that make me the idea to make one horse, and I continue. This is mangrove roots.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is present from the sea.
So you get this and you ship them into horses.
Yeah.
So what part of the house is this?
This is the entrance. Let's go inside.
Ah, good. And voila.
You can go.
Wow.
This is just the living room. I like this. I think it is start to be very much in love with her, because I see, watch everything. Look, canoe.
What material did you use to
This is coral. Unfortunately, somebody painted white, but it was coral color, much better, more natural. And this, the classic door. The door is all our heritage is here. All coast of Kenya and until Zanzibar is Islamic influence that is very interesting. It's beautiful, and we must increase. This is 500 years old. It's the Pope. 500 years old. I put one of my sculptures to make it is archaeology of the present.
So you're bringing the past and the present.
And the present together.
Where did you get that sculpture from?
From Italy. This is the old Portuguese period in Africa. This I have a very big collection. The Portuguese. This is Roman, 2,000 years old, in marble. This is India. This is fantastic Tanzania piece. You know, in my school, when I take something like this, I transform in a cupboard for children. It's a big cupboard you open and you put all toys, everything you like.
So this you replicated
Yes.
into a cupboard
Yes.
where you can
Yes.
put all your toys.
Yes, and this is a part of the education that I did, to transform everything. Like this bed here, this Egyptian bed in the pyramid, where they put the... And I transform in a table, low table. This is France. During the revolution was the first beautiful woman that was, unfortunately, because it's beautiful, but it's never enamored. Nobody did, you don't die. You can kill me.
The first beautiful woman to be beheaded.
Yes, before the Queen. She was the best friend of the Queen, Maria Antonietta. This is the veranda. You know, this is fantastic things for me.
Simple banana leaves.
Yes, because we make a photo every day, like I told you yesterday, and we make a combination of color. This is part of what I teach in the school.
So you draw a lot of inspiration from
A
nature.
lot, everything, also from teas. If the sun come in the afternoon, you see how many beautiful things come on that. And have you seen the picture of before? The sculpture I put in front of this. When you see, you will discover. This is the research of the stone that I told you yesterday, how many possibility we have in this country. This is everywhere. It's fantastic stone.
This is natural stone
Natural.
right here in Kenya.
That make a Kenya. This you can export. You can do everything with this.
What type of stone is this?
This is a fossil. You find 170 kilometers from Malindi. We go upstairs. This is a British encyclopedia. Yes, this is I call disaster because here sometimes I mix too many things together and I lose a lot of paper. Just to research, I lose a lot of time.
So is this one of your offices?
One, the easy one.
The easy one. What drew you into design and architecture?
You must born architect. You know, I'm not an architect by university no, I'm not an architect, but I made more than 300 villa, hotel, everywhere. You don't need to be an architect. If you think about the best architect sometime, there was no from the school.
They never went to school.
No, but I don't mind to be recognized an architect. It's important for one man to be recognized man. You can do what you like. Hi, karibu, karibu. My bedroom always is disaster everywhere.
I've noticed that the mosquito net is very, very far away from the bed itself.
Yes, it's better. Also, if I don't smoke, it's better to have no contact with the mosquito net because they can come also from the other side.
Why did you choose to have a bed this low?
Because I like it to don't be seen from the garden. You know, if I put it down, it's less possibility.
What is this made of?
In carved wood. Carved wood.
Carved wood and then painted?
Yes. Later, if you want to make in industrial way, you can make in PVC, fiberglass, you can export 1,000 meters.
Of this?
Yes, but everything must come from, look this. This is a little bit of nostalgia. This is Naples, the Bay of Naples, the Vesuvio, the volcan, and the smile.
Naples in Italy?
In Italy. Is
yeah. Napoli.
Napoli.
In the words of Armando Tanzini, the man behind this interesting space here in Malindi, the White Elephant, and as I shared with him, I came to learn one thing, that in design, anything is definitely possible. Bringing us to the end of this week's design experience. My name is Tim Njiru, and the question we always like to ask you every single week is, how ideal is that space in that property you're in? We'll see you again next week. Bye for now.